Hey guys, how is it going? This is going to serve as my Minecraft world tour. Now, I've done this whole thing off camera, so it's going to be a bit of a catch up. It's still in the very late early game, just doing all the villager trading and stuff. Now, apologies for my microphone, I've got my window open so you can hear outside quite loud. I should have shut it before beginning this video, but we will continue anyway, because I'm not a professional YouTuber, and this is a spare channel of mine. Alright, so a quick plan for the channel. So what am I going to do with this YouTube channel? The whole channel is revolving around this Minecraft world, this solo survival world. It's the only Minecraft I'm going to play is in this world. I'm just going to devote little chunks of time, and I'm no longer going to play this off camera. Like, every single thing I do in this world will be on live stream probably, and I'll schedule it in because I don't have a lot of time as a student pilot at the moment, but I still want to make time for this because Minecraft never gets old. Alright, let's begin the tour. Looks like the sun's going down, but we'll begin anyway. So, I'm going to start at the spawn point. Oh, I think this is not the spawn point. Hang on, this is the first cave. Like neighbours and their hose outside. Hose, like as in the water one. The one that spits the water into the garden. Anyway, first night in the game, I lived in this cave. I'm going to show you. Yeah, I've covered it up. But yeah, first night I lived in this cave. I started this world on Christmas Day. But yeah, I started it on the evening of Christmas Day. So I made the world on Christmas night, and I thought starting it on a significant date would prevent me from deleting it. So yeah, I just blocked this area off. It's just a bed. And then I extended this out later. Did a little bit of mining, but I didn't get very far down. Next up, hang on, I've got to shut my window, it's too loud. Alright, next thing I did, I made a house over there. Now, I wish I'd filmed this whole thing. This is mainly for myself. I don't think anyone's going to watch this, to be honest. Watch this channel. But if they do, might as well keep the noise from the neighbours washing their car down. Alright, I made this house here. I literally remember I just lived in a cave and I wanted to go back closer to 0, 0. So I went in here. Well, I built this house here. Very simple. This roof wasn't here. It was literally just a cobblestone box. With this cobblestone box with a wood roof. And it was like flat. I added the roof on later, after a few nights. Yeah, it was just basically shelter that wasn't in a cave. It wasn't boring. It was like an actual house, because living in a cave sucks. I added a bit of furniture, but it's still pretty lacking. Killed 3 pillagers. This chest just to clear my inventory because it keeps getting full. And yeah, I ended up realizing I wanted to make as many beds as possible so I could have infinite beds for infinite bases and houses and everything. So I found some sheep and I rounded them up, and this pen existed here for a bit. And I had a 2x1 road. I actually made a 2x1 road going from the cave to the house. All these roads are just roads at the moment, but they're slowly turning into actual arterials. I put the fence right on the corner of this and this road, Wheatfields Road. This is the second road I ever made on the server, on the world. This is not a server, this is my single player world. So this goes to, because I didn't have iron at the time, I didn't have any buckets, but I just wanted some wheat so I could get some bread to eat and trade with villagers. It initially was just this area here. It's grown a lot. But yeah, it was initially just this area here. It's a small patch, just a very small patch. Eventually I did get buckets and I decided this whole area, because it is the wheat fields, like it's zoned as that. I've set aside all this land. I've basically farmed that. Who knows, in the next world tour, it could be like all the way out to here and just this huge expanse. But this is what I've done so far in about 20 hours of play on this world. I've played this world for, what day is it? What is it going to say? I don't think it says on here anymore. F3, F6, let's see. Day counter. There's no day counter. Local difficulty in overlay. That should show it. Oh, it doesn't say, does it? Day 96, day 86. I want to see integrated server, hang on. F3, F6. Server. FPS, game version, get GPU, local difficulty, memory, player position, player selection. There we go. Day 86. I guess it's day 86. Yeah, I've been pretty slow to only have a shovel, but I've been mainly focusing on infrastructure and building. Alright. Eventually, roads formed in a square pattern around this area. Before this fence was here. I'll get to why the fence was here. Yeah, I just built square roads pattern. This is 0, 0 right here. I marked it out when I spawned here and eventually ran over to there and made my base in the cave. And this is all just a field with nothing in it. It's a shame I've kind of boxed in 0, 0. While I'm here, I might as well talk about this. This is going to replace my house eventually. It's going to be a big castle. I've decided that's going to be the entrance for now, but I realized because it's literally in this small area, just enough for the road, it's not very grand. I want to have a massive entrance, a massive driveway leading up to it. So I reckon what I'll do is I'll have this big hallway here, and then from the road down there I can add this huge garden or lead up or driveway that goes right up to the door or something like that, just so it's not bland, because I don't want a bland castle. This can be the old entry hall. But yeah, this is an ongoing project. I never think it will be finished. I think this is going to be my main house on the server, on the world. But even when it's like, looks like a completed castle, I'm still going to add like more rooms to it. Keep adding rooms as long as I play in this world. I'll just keep thinking of more rooms, like a swimming pool, a library, a kitchen. Maybe add some extra bedrooms for guests and stuff. But yeah, I want this to be a big expansive house with like 30 rooms. And like a bit of a luxury place. Alright. Back to this. So I built the fence here because the roads formed in like a square formation around the house, and I just was like, you know, this area is huge. Biggest area I've probably ever fenced in Minecraft world, which is not that big compared to other people. But I was like, look, I can probably fence this area just to keep it safe from mobs. And then as long as I'm in this fence at night, nothing can touch me. I thought it was going to get night soon, but no, it's not. Yeah, so I fenced this whole area. Planted a few trees around here. Next build that I did was this mine. I basically got to the corner of my fenced area and I was like, look, I'm gonna dig all the way down. I'm gonna dig a staircase down as far as till bedrock so I can get to strip mining. I stopped at Y15, which is the best iron level underground, and just mined all this out. I didn't get much iron from it. Honestly, a caving trip got me more than this whole thing. But no, it was just meditative. I'm better off mining down there. I don't know why I'd mine up here. But yeah, I got heaps of cobblestone from it, and I'm just going to keep expanding this area. Huge underground area, and eventually maybe I can build a sugarcane farm down here. So it's not clogging up upstairs, at the ground level. If you keep going down here, you realize I haven't really done much down here. Below iron level, I haven't done much strip mining, that's why I don't have many diamonds. Look, I've got 3 in my inventory, and that's cool. And there's even chicken down here. Yeah, this is basically the extent of what I've mined out. So a few hallways, but nothing much here. Let's turn the music off. And there's lava above me, of course, which I'm slowly draining out with buckets for furnace fuel. But I don't want to drain all the lava. I want to make an infinite lava farm, so I don't have to keep going further and further out. Oh yeah, planted a tree in the mines as well, just because I don't want to have to keep coming back up for wood. So I built this big thing, like a roof over it for some reason. I guess so I couldn't fall in, and it looks better than a fence. And then I built this like small shack, which is just going to be a mining storage area. This is all I've got at the moment. Some rails from the mine shaft, some iron, stuff in the furnace. I wonder if anything... Oh yeah, steak. I'll take the steak. Yes, please. Yeah, so I've got all that. Next, I did get some cows. So yeah, I've put them in here for now. It's not a good spot because it's so close to my base and they're loud and annoying. Next thing I did, I got 2 chickens in this fenced area. Like this huge fenced area. And I envisioned, what if I just kept, how long would it take to fill this whole area to the entity cramming limit with chickens? So I did exactly that. I used all the seeds from the wheat fields to breed the chickens and just throw heaps of eggs. You think this area is chicken infested? Well, it's not, because it used to be a lot worse. This is nothing compared to what it was before. Oh, sunset. Do we go back and sleep? I can show you this one more thing. So I moved all the chickens with seeds out here. This road's still being built, so bear with me here. But yeah, first grew some carrots out here in a patch. Obviously the road has expanded, so I'm going to have to get rid of all of that and sort of shift the road a bit because it's 1 block off here. But yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of this to make way for the road. I'm still paving the road here. Might as well do a bit of this now. There we go. And now you can hear the chickens if the volume's loud enough. But yeah, this is my carrot field over here. Got carrots. I basically just built this huge, like, supposed to represent the Ingham's hatchery at Monado in South Australia. Yeah, if you walk in here, you'll just get entity cram if you hold seeds, because that will go towards you and you'll take lots of damage quickly. So I have to stand up there, and even then, lots of chickens just die to entity cramming. This whole wilderness area is just surrounded by chickens. Like, look. This area is completely unfenced, and it's just full of chickens. Is my brightness on full? Let's put brightness up, because I think it's not on full. Where is brightness? Brightness slider. Default, here we go, bright. Yeah, look at how many chickens there are. It's crazy. For an unfenced area, you'd think that all just despawn, but they've all been fed. I want to have a pig farm, but I haven't really bred the pigs much. So, Yeah, I've just got the carrots there. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna show you where the road goes. And that's basically it after that. After I show you where the road goes. But yeah, it would have been cool to see this area and have like screenshots, because I never took screenshots. We'll just see like a tour of this area before I even built that building, or this fence, or all of this. That's also a horse stable. Should we take the horse? We should. It's not that far, but I'll take the horse for fun. Yeah, this horse stable's basic. I'm not like a... I used to care about how my builds looked and like follow tutorials and all that, but that doesn't make the game fun. It's too obsessive. But yeah, I got the sugarcane farm for paper for the village. And I'm slowly paving this road out because it was a 2-lane road like this. That whole thing was all 2 blocks. And I'm just upgrading them as they get more necessity, more travel. And that's, yeah, this road's been widened a bit. Eventually it's going to be paved like back there the whole way. That's what I'm working on at the moment. And anywhere a creeper blows up, I basically just upgrade the area too. But yeah, I flattened out this area. I haven't been in these chunks, so it's reloading. Here's my village. I don't want to destroy too much of it or trap the villagers because I feel like that's just too OP. I want to make it look like a nice community sort of feel. I got my librarian maxed out with all the paper from the sugarcane. Got my armorer, I'm trying to get diamond out of, diamond armor. Farmer, I'm going to sell the carrots to this apprentice eventually. Have this huge carrot farm that even goes underground. And in here, I've actually got backup paper because he wouldn't let me trade, so I just put him in the chest for later. But yeah, this is basically just a default village, but I've put a big wall around it and done a bit of farming over there, but that's nothing of a big deal. I plan to fully transform this village without moving any villagers. I don't want to move villagers either because that feels a bit cheaty. When you have to travel in this game to go to destinations, it makes the game feel a lot more, the world feel a lot bigger compared to if I just moved all the villagers into a hole at my main base over here, then there'd be zero need to build roads. Like, if I have all these POIs and everything spread out, then there's need to build roads. And building roads is the best way to stop me from getting bored. And eventually, I do have minecart max speed tweaked on the game rules. Yeah, I'm using the minecart improvements data pack. Yeah, eventually my plan is I'm going to build a minecart rail over there. And I can just load it up with all the supplies here. So yeah, I want to use this whole area for farming. Just farm this whole area, put them in minecart chests, and then cart them over there like by the chest full. Fill entire chests with paper and all of that, like probably 20 double chests, and just have a minecart system running them back and forth. And I can catch a minecart and it will take probably 5 to 10 seconds to get over to that village compared to like probably 30 seconds at the moment, 30 seconds to a minute. So yeah, the infrastructure in this world, this is like my main interest in this game is about infrastructure and land use, like city planning and stuff. So, one day, I have to go over here too, I have to show you over here. This road here, by the way, it goes all the way out here. One day I want to make this road fully sealed. So there's going to be heaps of roads. Like, the advantage of roads is you can make it like heaps for very cheap. So there'll be roads branching off everywhere. And they don't have names at the moment until they get a use. So that road with the barn on it is going to be called Barn Street because it's got a use now. But there will just be lots of unnamed roads to simulate like early development where roads didn't have names or much going for them. But eventually, one of the routes will be picked along all the roads, A collection of roads will be turned into one. Yeah, so this is going to the coast. There's a beach just over there, not far from here. And yeah, this is continental world generation. I used a data pack to simulate 1.6 worlds, like the generation of continental. So the oceans are huge. Like this is just a small continent. So eventually I want to settle this entire continent, and then eventually the map will be full and I won't, literally will run out of empty land on this map. And that will be awesome. Once I run out of empty land, then I'm forced to expand or build a huge bridge over the ocean or something like that. It sort of simulates how a country goes from being rural to super urban. And I envision this being a city center with high-rise buildings and stuff. And all of these roads being like fully sealed and everything. Yeah, this is like a huge infrastructure simulation of like how the economy grows and buildings rise and towns grow. So I hope that I can check back on this video in the future and I can see just how far this area has come. Like these farms won't be here anymore. Eventually these farms will just be huge skyscrapers. Maybe I could build a vertical farm, which is like a skyscraper filled with like glass and then dirt in there, and it can be like sugarcane to the roof, like industrial level. Insane. Yeah, I just want to build an economy and build like a building for every single item production, just for storage, like a sugarcane storage silo, just for sugarcane. And then there'll be heaps of buildings. There's also some mountains that way beyond the village, and I want to make it into a resort and build like lots of lore into the world, but that's coming at a future date. There wasn't much to show, but somehow this is a 22-minute video. I don't know how, but we'll stream this from now on. I'm going to stream on YouTube and we'll see how it ends up.